Last season didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Maybe a little controversy there, but I guess how would you describe last year?
Terrible, terrible. I didn't like my version at all. I think we improved so much for this season, and I learned a lot from my mistakes. Especially, I think that lack of attitude who as a fighter I was needing. I don't know if because I was comfortable after the tournament or because I took like a vacation was too long to return. It was the first moment in my life I was like, don't worry about money, and I need to reinvent myself. And after beating Dom Edge, we didn't went good, but I won. So I repeated mistake in the second fight and I screwed up everything. Got a little bit of injury, surgery, a lot of things happened, but now I'm really good.
I love it. I guess the only good thing maybe would be at least you got some time away, right? Because it's hard as a champion to make that quick turnaround. So was that maybe a positive out of a bad thing?
Definitely, especially because I had time to recover from a couple injuries I had for years, and I finally treat. So no that pain in the knee, no elbow. Like I finally took like okay, I recover myself. I start my camp sooner because I start like after a long vacation. I never had vacation before because you never know when the next fight gonna be. But for after the tournament, I took like 5 weeks totally off, so I deserve it. But when I returned, I felt like, where is my lungs? So, and the stamina tank was terrible, and I think a fighter in our level can never stop that much. So, this little fixing, we improve our game at all.
Nice. So do you feel that edge, that attitude is back? And I guess how did you get there? Was it mindset, or did you spend all your money so you have to make more?
No, definitely not. I'm already needing for money, but not that much how I was in the past. And no, I think the attitude, you need to look inside yourself and say, well, I'm here. You're not joking. Like, what happened if I get the risk? And what happened if I don't get the risk? I have the answer from the last season. I didn't get the risk. And the coaches just looked to me like, we know you can do great. You choose to not do. So it's like a slap in the face, like, so get a risk. And when I get the risk, I put the guy in danger. And definitely I can finish fights sooner, no judges, but I get the risk. My stamina is great. I always can fight 3 or 4, 5 rounds really good. And I'm totally encouraged to try finish this fight soon. As soon as possible is better.
I love it. Talk about the matchup you have. What challenges he present? What do you think about the style?
I think he's a really good taekwondo guy. Kicks good, taller than me, but we have the same reach. So I think in the striking, this is not going to make a difference for the boxing. Maybe he's longest because on the kicks, but we work for this. I have a lot of time to drilling last season to improve a lot my jiu-jitsu, so you can expect submission. And I'm ready to punch him, strike him when he trembling around to try finish this fight, submission. And he's a guy who I really like it as a person also. So it's nice because this is show how mature we are. Like, we need to fight. Next fight, we don't know who we're going to fight, but right now we need to give ourselves the best version.
Well, last thing for me, talk to me about your approach, I guess, this season. I mean, you've been through the whole thing. Are there lessons you can apply? Is there things that you realize now? Is it just that mental state is the key? Like, what's the approach?
Definitely. I'm always physically training, but I think the motivation after the championship, so many things changed so fast. Like it was a movie, story for a movie. And I think I was still dreaming, and it's time to wake up. It's not like, so for this season, I even start to work with a psychologist to help me understand my mind. You know why you do that, And that's why. So it's not only me. So you want to understand about fear a little bit more. You feel confident to see like everybody fear. So it's time to go there and have fun.
Right here. You and your opponent, Alex, have shared some of the same opponents in the cage, such as Clay Collard, Olivier Aubin-Mercier, and Blake Rodzoblo. Have you studied any of those fights with the shared opponents, and has that helped you learn more about
it? I think the fight against Loic helped me because I felt how Loic was strong. So just to have some base about how strong Martinez will be. He also fought Natan, so Natan told him, oh, he's strong, but you need to be careful with this and that. But just a base, you know, you never know how you're gonna be in the fight. And this fight, with the fact we fought the same opponents, for me, didn't help that much. Just the base of strength, how strong he are. But that's it.
And you just said you worked with a psychologist. Was that something that went great? And is it something you recommend for other fighters?
Oh, definitely. I think if every athlete, every person, if you have the condition to pay someone to just to understand who your mind works, because we are really good to understand how the muscle works. So you need to rest, you need to eat, and training a lot. But how the mind works, you know, have some persons who, for me, the motivation was always like survive, and when this instinct like turn it off, because okay, now I have the money, I bought a house, I bought the car, so maybe I couldn't find that real motivation. I thought fight only for fun was just enough, but I saw last year was not. I need to be there like as a warrior who to still dreaming, because you need to dream. So I want to double champ and triple champ next season. So I put new goals, and I think the lack of goals last season was some problem for me, but I'm still dreaming now, and this helped me a lot.
That's awesome. And last one for me, Brazil has a great history of mixed martial arts. Is there anyone from Brazil that you look up to as a fighter?
Yes, and I trained with him, Edson Barbosa, also gonna fight one day after us, and I remember to watch his knockouts, and I was like, wow, one day I hope to know this guy. Now we are like the Pahumpa trainers together to make jiu-jitsu drills. He moved down one weight, but I helped him in his camps, and when he was 155. So I was like, I'm training with my idol here. And he told me, I'm not that old. I'm like, no, I know. It's because God has a different time for everybody. So he got there, and he became a superstar sooner than me. My professional life, like really good start, 2021. And but I was working like since I was 13. So everybody has a different time.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you.